Welcome to Talk of the Town. This is an official podcast from the town of Pinetop-Lakeside to expand upon community topics shared through the Talk of the Town newsletter. Here we will give you more detail, respond to questions, and deliver information about community news and happenings. Hey, it's Rob Hefner. We're here for Talk of the Town, once again from the town of Pinetop-Lakeside. Got a pretty interesting topic today. I've got a Sara Chudnoff. I think I got it right.
Yep.
Okay, that's a challenging name, so I got paid extra today for that. Just kidding. Where do you work?
So I'm a hydrogeologist. I consult, and I also work with the American Groundwater Trust.
Okay. And you're here with a project called the Billy Creek Watershed
Assessment and Outreach.
Okay. And you're interacting with kids, if I remember right, because I remember a very intelligent 8th grader came in and gave a great presentation last year.
Yeah, so there's two components. One is the volunteer capacity with Blue Ridge School District, where we actually have a science club that meets on Tuesdays to address water quality and water quantity issues within our watershed.
Okay. If you're not aware, water is a big concern as of late. And if you're watching like Lake Mead, Lake Powell, and water levels and a whole lot of discussion with those things, this isn't directly related to that, but it is, isn't it?
Well, that's correct, because the Billy Creek Watershed is actually part of the greater Little Colorado Watershed, which flows into the Colorado River.
Yeah. So, and I just learned, so the water here is flowing from south to north, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Into, we have Walnut Creek and Billy Creek, and they flow into Rainbow Lake, which then flows into Show Low and then into the Little Colorado.
Okay. So first of all, why? Why is this something that we need to study or be concerned about?
Well, I think there's a number of issues, and you can actually, go back to the 60s and 70s with health concerns from people who had private wells in the area that started to get sick. And through some water quality work on those private wells, they actually found out that there was some nasty stuff in the water. And at the same time, there's issues that arose with Rainbow Lake and, too many nutrients in the lake. And the conclusion there was a lot of septic systems that were, older or maybe improperly constructed that were impacting our shallow aquifer and our surface water. And there's been a lot of effort that has gone into mitigating the situation, such as the Pinetop-Lakeside Sanitary District forming. And then, just getting some private water companies or DWIDs in the area to help service the community.
Okay. So kind of important to know what's going on with their water. You've got a bunch of things that are coming up to help educate people. And a lot of this, it was a grant based, and the name of that at the beginning was the grant name. You've got events to teach people things. Isn't that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And we've got a lot of them, right?
Yes, we're going to be running events all the way through September.
Okay. But starting up, where are we starting? What's the first event?
We're going to kick off during Groundwater Awareness Week, which starts March 5th. And we have Gary Hicks. He's a professional geologist, water well driller, and contractor here in Arizona. And he's going to be doing a webinar on private well best management practices and septic system best management practices. And that will be free for the public.
Okay. So the webinar is free, and then you're also going to be doing some testing for the people that are here in the area of the watershed, correct?
Yes. So part of our grant is to get out and do 4 quarters of groundwater and surface water monitoring. And the only way we can really access the groundwater is through people who have private wells. So we are hoping to recruit the public to volunteer to let us access their wells to take a water level measurement and to do some basic geochemistry, analysis, looking at nitrates and temperature, pH, conductivity, phosphate, and there's a short list, and that will be free.
Okay, awesome. What's the goal of all of this? Is it just data collection, or are you trying to prove or not prove something?
Yeah, so we want to look at our surface water and groundwater quality throughout the watershed. And, in order to do that, obviously we have to get out and sample multiple times to see, is there still an issue in parts of our watershed that could lead to, potentially another algal bloom, or up in Silver Creek, they have blue-green algae issues. So we want to see, what is going on in our system. And if there is some non-point source pollution that we identify through this study, is there grants or something else we can do to help remediate that?
Okay, so Sara, we're going to have you on multiple times here over the year talking about things. So I want to encourage people, if they have a question, that they can post up and ask us. So we've got the contact information down below. Is there a website that's going to be tracking this information, things like that?
Yes, so there will be a website that will be accessible through the town. So all of the reports and all of the results and photos and everything will be housed there. And we're hoping, as we close out a report, to actually do either an in-person or another webinar, talking about the results of such report.
Okay. And we'll post that all down below, and obviously we'll be keeping up with that. Is there anything you want people to know now today as we start this?
Yeah. So, this is a public resource. The groundwater and surface water, it belongs to all of us. And, as a community, I think it's great for us to get out and really, we hear things anecdotally, but let's work together as a community to figure out, separate the truth from, what I hear, or I guess hearsay.
Right.
And as a community, come together to solve the issue and move forward and prosper.
Awesome. And I think it's Sara Chudnoff,
yes.
Correct? Once again, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate that. As with anything, if you have any questions, you just simply drop us a note here, or you can contact us through Facebook, or, just stop into Town Hall. I'm Rob Hefner for the town of Pinetop-Lakeside. This is Talk of the Town.